Hey guys, it's Jim Fuge, and this is guitarbyjimi.com, and thank you for joining me today. In today's free lesson, I'm going to go over the guitar solo and the riffs that are in Crazy Little Thing Called Love by Queen. Cool little ditty of a song, and just to show off the genius of Brian May, one of the best guitar players around, of course. Just, a little history on him. I mean, he's just really an accomplished player, and he's got that unique sound because he built his guitar out of a tree in his backyard with his father, which probably a lot of you guys know, and uses the old Vox AC30s, I believe, and 20 of them, so that'll give you that sound too. But and he's got the old Burns pickups too, I think. But anyway, but besides having a great sound and obviously unique, you certainly know when it's Brian May when you hear that sound. But he's definitely got his own style, and he's just such an accomplished player, such a great player, and he's so versatile too. He can just do so much. And he's also such a master of doing multiple guitar parts. If you listen to all the stuff that Queen did, like Killer Queen and things like that, and obviously Bohemian Rhapsody, just, it's a lot of work to put multiple guitar parts on a record, And a lot of the times, it's not just double harmonies that he'll do. He'll just do one little note for the second guitar, another note with the third guitar. I mean, that's hard work, man, to do that and make it sound great. You know what I mean? It takes a lot of thought. Figuring all that stuff out, how you want to approach it, but he makes it sound great. I mean, he'll do 5, 6 guitars on a song. I mean, it's just amazing. So besides that, he's really a fantastic player. So, Crazy Little Thing Called Love. I see a lot of people get this wrong, so that's why, again, I want to set the record straight and teach it right and give Brian May justice. I mean, this is probably one of his quote-unquote simpler leads, but I tell you, there's so much finesse in this guitar solo. It's just amazing, and I really want to set the record straight exactly what he's doing. So, anyway, let's get into it. So, before we do the lead break, there's some cool riffing beforehand, as you know. And just again, what I wanted you to take away from this, besides getting all the notes exactly correct, is there's just so much finesse in this lead break. A lot more than people realize, and you'll see why. So, let's do it. So, got my Les Paul today, which I love this guitar. 1979, by the way. So I'm going to be in my neck pickup position, of course, right? So when before the solo comes in, you kind of, I gotta be cool, relax. Alright, so that's where the riffs start, right? So the first thing he's going to do is going to do G, and he's going to toggle on, hammer on between F and F sharp. So, okay, that's the first riff, a little bluesy thing. Get in. The next riff is a G7. But an up pick. Get on my tracks, take the backs. Right. So now put this in context with the song, and now so G7, just a F, a B, and a G, but up pick. Now just for this part only, this is cool, right? This is finesse. He flips to his bridge pickup, right? Take the backseat. Then he does a little thing like that with the A and D. That's it. Then he flips his pickup back to the neck, just for that one little thing, if you listen to it very closely. So, I'll stop there for a minute. That's finesse, man, and that's something that George Harrison used to do a lot. Even in the early days, in 63 and 64, Harrison used to do that. He used to jump his pickup real quick, in the same song, in the same solo, just to get an effect. That's cool stuff, man, and guys before him did it too, of course. The guys in the 50s and 40s used to do that too. So that's a nice little effect. Try to remember that yourself when you're doing a lead break or something. Even in the exact same solo, just flip your pickup just for one of the riffs and flip back to where you're going to be mainly in the song, in the solo. So, cool trick, right? Get in, get on my tracks, take the backs. Cool, right? Take a long ride on my motorbike. Then the next one he does, he's back on the neck pickup. He goes back and forth between A, D. Okay. Now, that riff might be the price of admission just for this whole solo, right? I mean, this riff coming up is great. This is just worth the whole lesson right now, because it's again, like I want to say, it's a lot of finesse, but this riff is just great. So anyway, and I can go into a little subtopic on this. So what he's doing, this great riff that he made up is, so F, E, D, hammers off, he pulls off to the D. Okay, then you're going to go C, D. Okay, then you're going to go C, A. Then you're going to go B, A. Then you're going to go B flat, A. Okay, I'm just trying to think what's picked up. Right, so I think he does pick the B note, I'm pretty sure, and then he hammers the rest. So the easiest way to remember this part is just toggle. You're just toggling the A note. So you're going to go with each finger. You're going to go pinky back to the A, ring back to the A, then middle finger back to the A. But what this does is it creates a nice little you know, interesting notes, right? Because he's jumping a little bit in and out of scales and a little bit here. So, because the B flat note is wacky, right? So, at least you could probably get away with the B note in the blues world. But, he throws that little passing tone in there, which is purposely dissonant. And that's also, this is another little mini lesson. You know, it's okay to go out of key a little bit. You know what I mean? Because, and it creates a nice effect, right? Because don't your ears perk up when you hear this part? So, and you're going to pick the B, and then you're going to hammer the rest. So you're going to go back with C, A, B flat, A, okay? And then you're going to go A flat, G, hammered, to F, right? And then you're going to go back to G, F, then D. Okay, so this one riff is this. Oh, excuse me. I'm picking it. Let me do it again. Hold on. It's hard to make it sound good when you're stopping in between. But when I do it fast, you'll see. Okay. And I think actually this part is all hammered actually because it's coming in so fast. I don't think he repicks this again. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's hammered actually. So, okay, so let me make sure you can see my picking hand. It's a great riff, right? He snuck that B flat note in there. He's just kind of toggling between each finger to the index, each finger, and you get this little strange little off note, B flat, which kind of doesn't fit. Well, I mean, actually, that's an interesting point too, isn't it? Kind of in the blues world, which he's trying to stay in. It's funny because crazy little thing called love. Actually, there is the B flat chord there, so actually, I guess it could fit. But within this context here, it does sound a little. It's probably the dissonant note. Anyway, but it's pretty cool, right? It's dissonant because he's also doing B and then he's doing B flat, so it's kind of strange. Okay, we'll ham it at the end. Okay, so let's get into, that's a great riff, isn't it? I mean, that is really a great riff. So anyway, by the way, the little mini lesson on this is do that in other places. You know, take a note and toggle between all your 3 other fingers. Okay, now it doesn't have to be exactly this kind of fingering, right? I mean, you could, but you could stretch a little wider, right? You could stretch maybe the pinky a little wider, right? And now you got a different kind of shape. It's a nice little exercise too, but right? And so you can make up a lot of stuff with this one this is a nice technique. Okay, just toggle between each finger back to the index. Just remember that's good. And if you go a little bigger, you know, you can do a lot of stuff with this shape. Okay, so let's get into lead break. So there's a lot more in this lead break, man. It meets the ear, I'm telling you. So he slides up. He's on the A, B and E string, but he slides from C sharp. Okay, so you got the A and D note, but he's sliding from this one. Okay, then he's going to go. Don't forget the chords now are B flat. Okay, so you're going to go. Okay, so bend to the D 3 times. I got to think. 2, back and forth, and then you're going to bend up to a D and then hit the F note. You know, you're on B flat still. Don't forget what's behind you. It's always important to remember what chords are going on. And when he does this, it's try to remember it's phrased like very late. You know, so it's just at the end of that measure, right? So make sure you wait. It's purposely late. Okay, so that's a nice little technique going on here. Okay, so back to the main part again, and then okay, little slide in there. Okay, and then now I see everybody get this wrong. This is what he's doing. This is how much depth there is to this one silly little lead break. He's going to hit like a G7 again, believe it or not. G, B, and F like this, because otherwise you're never going to be able to do this lead break quick enough. It's got to, you kind of have to do it like this, with my ring and then pinky on the F note. Okay, then you're going to go A and D again, then F sharp. Okay, it kind of sounds like this, but it's not. That F note is there. Okay, so back to the A and D and then an F sharp. Then you're going to go, which is a real old blues riff, right? F, F sharp, A, B, D. Excuse me, that's hammered. Okay, so let's do that again. Now it doesn't seem that hard when it's really slow. When you do it fast, it's just tricky. You got to get that F note in. It's a little tongue twister with your fingers. Okay, so that's that. Then you're going to go back to this kind of B flat thing, so F and D. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's see. Right. And let's see, what do I want to point out here? You want to make sure that you're bending up always. Don't go. See how I kept my ring up in here? Don't do that. It's always, you got to keep moving. Okay? And then you're going to slide them from E flat to E. Nice technique, man. Again, the B and the E string. Then D, E. Then you're going to, I'm telling you, this lead break's got a lot of little finesse. Then you're going to bend from C to C sharp almost. Okay, it's not this. That's what I'm saying, man. Nice little tricks in this thing. And then you're going to go F sharp. And now watch this, man. This is crazy too. Now why am I playing this like this? I'm not using my index finger. Because it's not F sharp and E, believe it or not. And after you see my video, then go back and listen to it again. And if you can hear this, you'll be shocked. But it's on purpose, man, no doubt about it. It's a slur. I mean, the only way to slur this, and it's not really pronounced, it's a slur. And he actually picks the E note. So he's sliding, he gets the F note in there, believe it or not. But he picks the E note. So it does sound like this. Right? But that's why people think it's that. It sounds like that. Perfectly right, but it's not. The F note is in there. It's slurred back. And so the only way to do this really is to keep your middle finger there the whole time. Then you're going to go back to this. Only bend to like a C note. Okay. And the band is going. Okay, so I gotta be cool. So then let's see now the riffs at the end. What else does he do? He's doing some other stuff. I gotta be cool. Relax. Then the next kind of thing he does is like these three notes, which is kind of like a G9 kind of vibe. So F, A, and D. You know my jazz in the backseat. There's a little riff in there. Get round to it, I ain't ready. Crazy little thing called love. Crazy little thing called love. Crazy little thing called love. And he almost kind of starts to do that again, and he stops. And now, I don't know, he must have said, you know what? I got that riff so good the time before the lead break. I don't think he wanted to take a chance again, but he goes... Then he goes... something like that at the end. I forget now off the top of my head. Something like that. It's very simple, actually. You just go back and listen to it. And then what's the other... I just want to point out the ending riffs. Crazy little thing called love. Crazy little thing called... And then he goes... something like that at the end. But this is another cool riff, too. So he's going... going back and forth to the A and D. So that's the last riff he does at the end. I think, pretty sure that's the actual very last riff. So it's great. There's a lot of great riffs in this song. A lot of great blues patterns too. All right, so let's take it from the top. Dun, 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 I gotta be cool. Relax. Wait, hold on, I can't sing this and do it at the same time. I gotta be cool, relax, get in, up pick. Great classic, get on my tracks, switch, take the back seat. Actually, there's no slide there, sorry. Hitchhike, take a long ride on my... Okay, that's just a little slide. Between the A and the D, right? Crazy little dun, 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 and then this great riff. Okay, I'll do it up to speed later. Wait. Make sure you do down up because you'll never get this right. Sorry, that's habit. Boom, boom, boom. And then the other riffs at the end, but I'm not going to go over those again. But anyway, isn't that great? Lead break or what, man? That's freaking so much great blues playing, so much technique. Listen to it up to speed. Let's take it a shot, and you can hear it that it's off the record. Gotta be cool, relax, get in, get on my tracks, take the bags, take a long ride on my motor, ready. Great, right? Isn't that great or what? I mean, that is great. What a great solo that is. Brian May. I mean, this is one of his simple ones, as I'm sure you know. Anyway, so that's Queen, Crazy Little Thing Called Love. I just wanted to point out there's so much more in this, man, than people meet the eye. And Brian May, like Jimmy Page, like Eric Clapton, like Jeff Beck, like Eddie Van Halen, all the guys, don't take that guy for granted, man. He went to the school of rock too, man, and he's got a lot of depth, And the reason why I chose this solo is because it's not too hard, not too hard to play, and I just wanted to show you that, like, you know, in what sounds like a very simple solo, you see how much depth is really going on behind the scenes. So, you know, just try to remember that when you do listen to more of his solos or anybody else like that. You know, these guys, man, these English rockers, man, they had a lot of depth. So, I mean, you just really, you know, a lot of stuff that you may take for granted, but then you learn, and you learn little tricks. And now when you're playing in the blues, throw that in there. throw it in yourself. Nice little trick there, right? Just toggle between, keep the index finger and toggle in between. So it's not easy. This part is amazing too. That F note is definitely there. Can you believe it? He slurs it back. Listen to it. That's what I'm saying, man. That's why he could have went just like that, but he didn't. Did he make a mistake? Absolutely not. Why on earth would you move your finger back like that if you didn't mean to do that, right? So that's what I'm saying, man. These guys, you know, it sounds like a simple little, hey, let's have a good time kind of guitar solo. Man, there's so much depth going on behind the scenes in this thing. So just, you know, these are the things you got to listen for. And you know what? When you find this stuff out, it makes you a better player, man. So I think that's it. I love that riff, though, I have to say. That is a great riff. Anyway, Brian May, genius. Songwriter, singer, and guitar player, of course. So that's it. That's Queen, Crazy Little Thing Called Love, the soul, and all the great little riffs that are before it and after it. And I'm Jim Fuge. Thank you for joining me today. This is guitarbyjimi.com, the only place to get it truly off the record. And thank you for joining me, giving me the thumbs up and all that, sharing it with your friends. I do appreciate it very much. And I'll see everybody in the next video, guys. All right. Oh, you like my shirt? Beatles, by the way, my favorite group. And I'll see everybody in the next video, guys. Thanks. Rock on, everybody.